The rapid advancement in digital technology has acted like a boon for the process of globalization. But for some, it has become a weapon for spreading the wings of terrorism. Terrorist groups like the Islamic State, Lashkar-e-Taiba, and the Taliban, to name a few, have been using the social media and their digital publications to influence youth and lure them towards jihad. A recently released research paper by European Foundation for South Asian Studies highlights the interlink between the online space and Islamist radicalization that is aimed at expanding the outreach of extremist ideologies among the gullible youth. We have a report.
From the expansion of extremist groups and their worldwide recruitment policies, it has become evident that the threat of terrorism is not restricted to its region of origin anymore. The mass use of internet and social media has obscured the borders of extremism and has imposed an undeniable menace to global peace. A latest report by the European Foundation for South Asian Studies, or EFSAS, discusses that information sharing has assisted in the dissemination of extremist beliefs across the globe at a faster pace and has appeared as an important tool in the radicalization of individuals and their subsequent recruitment as terrorists. Owing to the accessibility, availability, affordability, and wide reach of social media forums, terrorist organizations have progressively taken advantage of these platforms to convey their agenda and achieve their goals, says EFSAS report.
In particular, looking closely at Al-Qaeda and Islamic State, the report explains how both groups are focusing on the vilification of the West, the encouragement of Muslims to engage in jihad, and the branding of those who are deemed unbelievers as kafirs.
Terrorist groups like Al-Qaeda, Lashkar-e-Taiba, and Islamic State and Taliban are at the forefront of using the internet for their recruitment and expansion purposes. The LET, through its political arm Jamaat-ud-Dawa and more precisely its cyber unit called JUD's cyber team, have started using social media channels to attract young disenfranchised men. The group has been highly innovative in the utilization of social media channels much before the emergence of groups such as ISIS. One prominent example is the opportunistic and perplexed level of technology LET militants were relying on during the Mumbai 2008 attacks.
One aspect which Lashkar-e-Taiba has manifested through their cunningness is the way they were able to operate during the Mumbai 2008 terrorist attacks. Lashkar-e-Taiba 12 years ago was very opportunistic in the usage of digital technologies during the perpetration of the attack, in particular through the resort to GPS satellite images and in order to locate in real time people in order to take decisions in real time how to proceed. The group was further following on social media communication channels of those present at the scene where they were hiding in order to find and kill them.
Lashkar-e-Taiba has been organizing numerous online and offline social media workshops, which first provide the individuals with knowledge on how to exploit the online space in order to spread the LET ideology and its objectives, and second, directly incite youngsters to engage in anti-India protests in the Kashmir Valley. In similar pattern to ISIS, the JUD cyber team has provided links to a computer game titled Age of Jihad, which promoted the organization's objectives.
Lashkar-e-Taiba and its political wing Jamaat-ud-Dawa one could see that Jamaat-ud-dawa has even established its so-called cyber team, which is responsible for the dissemination of those narratives online. A few of the strategies they deploy is the establishment of social media workshops, both online and offline, trying to teach and recruit and lure vulnerable young disenfranchised men into joining their ranks. They further developed even mobile applications and games, such as the one called Age of Jihad, which is in a very modern, in a very glamorizing way, is able to explain the objectives of the group.
Terrorism is a complex and multifaceted phenomenon. It is a global challenge and its threat has increased since the tragic incident of 9/11. With the rise of terrorist incidents related to online radicalization, generating counter and alternative narratives and promoting media literacy strategies appear vital to the protection of human rights, freedom of expression, universal access to information, and intercultural dialogue. The report by EFSAS emphasizes that the suspension of extremist websites should indeed take place alongside with legal measures in order to send a message to terrorist groups that they cannot enjoy impunity in cyberspace.